Hello, today's devotional can be found in Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 27, and Deuteronomy is in the Old Testament in the Bible. A blessing, if ye obey the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you this day. Okay, we are given commandments. And we have two ways which we can respond to the commandments. We can either choose to obey, or we can choose to ignore and not obey it. Here's the thing, if we choose to obey, we are blessed by ways related to the commandments which we are keeping. And by keeping the commandments, we allow the Lord to teach us, and we tell the Lord that we're ready and willing and able to have His Spirit and participate in His work further by helping others see Christ through our examples. If we are willing to listen to the small things and do the small things that we are asked, like follow commandments, the Lord will trust us with bigger things, like by receiving blessings and taking upon ordinances and covenants and very important things. But the Lord has to be able to trust us. Because remember, Christ died for us, but we're natural men sometimes, so we need to be able to show God that we're willing to rise above that, embrace the atonement, and strive to be more than just natural men. So by following the commandments and doing the small things, we show God that we're willing and able to see the atonement for what it is and rise above the natural man because of it. And if we don't obey the commandments, we won't progress. The commandments are the small and simple things that we can show God that we're trustworthy and that we're able to see the atonement for what it is and look beyond the natural man. But if we don't follow the commandments, we're telling God that we're not trustworthy, that we can't look above the natural man to the atonement despite it being performed for all of us. And that's just, tragic, because we have our free agency, but things happen and we make choices that don't help keep our agency free. And if we don't obey small things like commandments, why on earth would God give us bigger things to tackle and to take care of if we can't even take care of the commandments which He gives us, if we can't even honor those? Everybody progresses at their own rate. But the atonement gives us wonderful opportunities to progress. And if it weren't for the atonement, we'd still be in a fallen state. And because of the atonement, we're no longer in that fallen state if we don't want to be. And we can be as close to God as we wish because of the atonement. And if we obey the commandments, the atonement helps push us closer to God. It helps guide us. It helps lead us and give us strength. But this is all dependent on obedience, because first we need to have faith in the one who's giving the commandment. Then we need to have faith and obedience, and then we need to want to obey that which the Lord asks us to do. But if we don't choose to obey, we're not going to get any blessings. We're going to be limited in what we can do. We're not going to grow. So if it came between obeying or not obeying, personally I'd rather obey and be blessed, but not everybody feels that way for whatever reason. Here's the thing, obedience brings blessings. It helps us to see and be able to participate in the bigger picture. God can teach those who obey. Because those who obey have told him that they want to be taught. But everyone's got their right to choose. But beware of disobedience, because after a while of disobedience, you'll find your ability to choose severely limited. And with that said, I love you all so very much, and I say these things humbly in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.